the buzzers, please, gentlemen, and identify the following. They puff out their hair like a cat, raise one front foot, and then hop menacingly from side to side, roaring with all the fury of a clogged drain. Yes.
It's either cats or clogged drains. One or the other.
It's actually anteaters.
Oh!
Anteaters. Part of the elaborate play sequences of young giant anteaters, in fact, which is known as bluff charging.
Oh.
And we're going to have a few questions about anteaters. We're going to start with you, Alan.
Oh.
What would you do with a pencil and a lesser anteater?
Oh, hours of fun. I'd probably try and make it pick it up with its nose. And then if it really got a good grip on it, I'd encourage it to do a sketch or a note. I'd say anything that's on your mind, get it down now.
It could go for 35 miles, which is how long an average graphite pencil will, if you just go like that, all the way till there's nothing left.
This man's extraordinary. It's another 5 points.
35 miles. It is.
He knows how many miles a graphite pencil
Yes, two 18 pencils, 35 miles. However, with an anteater, you know...
I mean, I can't get out of my head the notion of inserting the pencil somewhere in the anteater. and then there being a release of hundreds of ants.
Well, it's not that. I tell you what it is. Anteaters have enormously long tongues, but tiny little mouths, which are about the diameter of a pencil. Its tongue is around 16 inches long.
I nearly had my face off then trying to do that.
No, this way. Actually, yeah, not that way.
I knew a landlord of a pub once. He used to say to any female customer that he liked the look of, I've got a 9-inch tongue and I can breathe through my ears.
Wow. What a charmer. Now... Good.
That's the longest sustained laugh I've ever heard. No, it never went very high, but it just went, oh... A bit like the graphite pencil at last.
25-mile laugh. John, your question. Would you like to be hugged by a giant anteater?
Probably not. I would probably be eviscerated.
Quite right.
The anteaters have, in order to claw open a termite hill... I'm sorry, I'm getting very dull now. David Attenborough does it so much better. But they have curly fingers, like that, only the metal, and they pull it apart. Once it is pulled apart, as it were, like a rather interesting pie, then they can get the tongue in.
Yes.
Alan's friend in the pub was talking about so soon. And I think I've answered the question.
Absolutely right, yes. A hug from a giant anteater is fatal to humans, partly because of the fact that giant anteaters are also known as ant bears for that reason, because their hug is so fatal. And normally...
They squash you.
They squash you.
Hug.
Yeah, they break your ribs and
have they been known to
guts
attack humans, except pursued by an
Yes,
anteater?
in defence, they're normally very easygoing.
Go, John, and then go, oh, no!
What dates of Robert Louis Stevenson?
I didn't mean any harm.
Thank you for watching. Do remember to subscribe to the QI channel and click here to watch more videos. Well, please, come on, pick something.